Welcome on into Lone Peak High School for the KSL Sports Rewind Game of the Week. Trevor Allen, Moose Bingham here. Moose, a big matchup tonight. Region 3, a big game. Two top 5 teams. Obviously, even if it isn't for the region title, it's also for playoff seeding as we're in the second to last week of the season.
Oh, huge implications in this game. You know what? I have called Lone Peak more than any other team in my career. I have never seen Lehi play live and called the game. As crazy as that is, you're like, why, Moose? I don't know, but I'm excited. I'm here for it. I want to see Jet Niu. I want to see Bright Niu. I want to see Tommy the Rock Olsen. I'm pumped.
And then also a really good player for Lehi, Devon Eka, but also keep in mind the quarterback for the Knights, Kepa Niametolu. I mean, he's as advertised.
Oh, Kepa has done it on the ground. He's done it through the air, and his passing attack is coming at the right spot. So I'm really excited to see what happens and get this game kicked off.
As you can see, the Knights will kick off and we'll get the ball to start the second half. So Lehi will start with the ball, and as you mentioned, quarterback Jet Niu, who just recently committed to the Oklahoma State Cowboys, is coming out as quarterback.
Yeah. So excited about Jet. He was committed to Appalachian State, and he said, whoop, here we go. I'm going to be going to OK State. And he's got some great pieces around him out there, but he has phenomenal pieces here as well.
So it's an empty backfield. Jet Niu in the gun. He's got 2 wide down. Throws it, and it is dropped by number 14.
Pass falls incomplete.
That's Griffin, followed Masili.
So what you're going to see in this game, the defensive backfield for Lone Peak is about as good as I've ever seen. With Goff and Mayberry and all of these kids, you're just like, both the corners are 6'2", and I think Goff runs at 10,700.
Yeah. And
the other corner runs about an 11. That is crazy fast for Utah football.
Well, we'll talk about a very big missing piece of that defense here after this play. As Niu takes it, drops back to pass. Screen pass for Devon Eka, and he's blown up immediately. That's by number 33.
Loose pass complete to number 24, Devon Eka.
Calvin Leo.
Yeah. Calvin comes in there with some bad intentions. And anytime you have a Lone Peak defense, they're coached to perfection. It is a chef's kiss when you watch these guys.
Now, someone who is not on that defensive line or on that defense for the Knights is Bob Mulitalu.
Yeah, Bob Mulitalu, we call him the juggernaut on this station because once you get him going, he can't stop, but he can't go tonight.
Drop back is Niu again on third down and overthrows his intended receiver. That's number 6, Legend Glasker, who's actually playing in only his second game for Lehi.
Yeah, his first game, he played real well. Legend Glasker, though, has offers from Hawaii. I talked to the coach for Hawaii, Jared Ursua, before the season, and he's like, why hasn't anyone offered this kid? I love him. I'm like, I love him too. Let's see what he can do. But now we get to see the most beautiful part of the game. Gavin Finn coming onto the field and punted this ball away.
As it's 4th and 11, back at their own 19. The kick is up, and it's a line drive. And with a great bounce, Landon Goff still picks it up and gets out to the 30. And then to the 35, he's to the 40 before he's hit out of bounds by Lehi.
Landon Goff, one of my favorite players on this team, number 2. He just got offered by Utah Tech today, just right before the game. And I'm like, it's about time, Lance.
And now he's showing everyone why he should get more offers besides just Utah Tech.
Yeah. What you look for in a cornerback, I talked to Ed Lamb multiple times. He's like, I want someone that's 6'1" and runs a sub 1100. Landon Goff is 6'2" and runs a 10,700. Why aren't you offering? Get your head in the game, gentlemen.
But so Moose, you obviously cover. You're probably the best at this as far as covering prospects and all that. Is this 2026 class next year? Is this probably the best class coming out of the state of Utah that we've ever seen?
So probably the best since 2010 is what I'd say. But all these schools around the country are just salivating. You've got Botmui Tolo, you've got the quarterback, Helaman Kasuga at Corner Canyon. You've got the defensive lineman at Bingham, Ami Wawala. You've got, I mean, those are all 4-star kids. Kauai Akana. We haven't talked about the Moa kid, Salisi Moa, who's a 4-star. I just listed off 5 4-stars. I mean, there's like, and I'm just getting started. Like, that's the crazy thing about this class, where it's just better and better. And you'll see on the sidelines all up and down Lone Peak, you've got Denny as their defensive coordinator. You've got big shout out to Sai Tautu, who's their D-line coach, who played with me at BYU. You've got all these coaches. I mean, Ed Larson was a coach at BYU and all over the country. You've got all of this knowledge just seeping down to the younger generations, and they're taking advantage of it. They're getting these offers because they're like, hey, why don't you do this? And I would be remiss not to mention Gary Pay, Austin Pay's father, who's another 4-star on the field. Austin Pay could be a 5-star, to be honest with you. He's that good.
Wow.
He's the number 1 tackle in the state, according to me. So,
and that's all that matters, honestly.
Yeah. I would throw out some random site. No, it's my site. Austin Pay's number 1 on the field and 70 in your hearts. Or reverse that.
So now with the Knights about to come out for their first series on offense, what are you kind of looking for them to do to try and get on the scoreboard first?
So the Knights, they've got great tight ends before the season. But I want to see Chris Jansen a lot. Luke is an absolute stud. I want to see him establish the passing game. But Ty has come out of nowhere, and you're just like, oh, you guys have a running back. Not just a running back, a big old boy who went for 3 touchdowns recently. So I'm excited to watch Tahi a lot tonight as well.
I was actually running camera for that game. That was against American Fork.
Dude, amazing.
He did a great job in that game. So Kepa comes out. We're just gonna stick with Kepa. I know a lot of people are probably butchered his last name. I don't want to be one of those, but everyone knows who I'm talking about when it comes to the Lone Peak quarterback.
His dad is about ready to get after me. He's like, Moose, learn our last name. I'm like, okay, I'm trying.
How about we just call him Kepa so we avoid that. We don't want Moose getting hurt. And then the carry goes to Samuel Wright.
Kepa kept it. Got about 4. But that's the thing with Kepa. You got to watch his legs. You got to see what's going on with him. And he is a stud on the ground. It's interesting. Last year I was watching him at Alta, and what you'll see is both these teams got players from all over the state, all want to be in Region 3. But Kepa is an absolute dude.
He's got a back to the right. He's got 2 wide up and down on your screen here on 2nd and 6. Sends a man in motion, and he drops back to pass. Fires it deep. He's got a man. That's Staley, and he catches it in the breadbasket, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Oh, my goodness. Ike Staley. When I watched him at first in this year, he said, I'm a quarterback. And now he's a heck of a tight end. Getting down that field. The whole 6'5" place ball by Kepa, and that's how you get going. Time of possession be darned. I don't care about that. Get the ball over the end zone, and let's get going. That's 6 for Lone Peak.
Quarterbacks normally don't run faster than secondaries normally, but he's just different. And the PAT is no good.
No!
Which is absolutely painful for Moose to watch.
I'm not okay, to be honest with you. Oh.
So with that, with 10:02 to go here in the first quarter, it is Lone Peak 6, Lehi nothing. We'll be back after this here on the Rewind. Welcome back to Lone Peak High School. Trevor Allen, Moose Bingham here with you, and Skin Science is the presenting sponsor of Lone Peak football. Start your journey as an aesthetician today. Visit www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
Yeah, just beautiful series right there. I actually loved that they're getting Ike Staley involved in the game, and getting going. It's really fun because you see a lot of great special team play. You get a lot of good things going, and that's what you expect in Region 3. There's a reason every single kid in the state wants to be in this region on the big-time game, listening to our beautiful voices.
And it is a great night tonight here in Highland, Utah. And Moose, I mean, just it just kind of goes to show the depth the Knights have, to where you're able to go to a tight end who thinks he's a quarterback and then is able to run a great route and then ends up getting into the end zone.
If you say that too loud, he might come up here and say, I know I'm a quarterback. But we didn't see Bear Tinney today, who is their star tight end, committed to Nebraska. Hopefully he's doing okay. But this has been a weird year. It seems like anyone that has a star associated with their name has been injured, and you hate to see that.
And the kick is in the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's celebrate that. Way to go, Brecken Carr. Redeem yourself right there.
So with 10:02 to go, the Pioneers will try and put points up on the board and answer as they went 3 and out on their last drive.
Yeah, this Pioneer offense, don't let them fool you. There's a lot of crafty, clever things they can do, and especially when they've got what many people are calling the number 1 running back in the state in the backfield in Devon Eka. Let's get him the ball and see what he can do.
We'll get Moose's thoughts on him throughout the night. As we just found out, this is his first time calling a Lehi game in person.
Always in my heart, just never in person.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not like you don't watch them at all. It's just being here in person, seeing what's going on. But as there is a penalty on Lehi, a false start, which will set him back 5 yards and backs him up to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, I was laughing. I was talking to the quarterback coach, Steve Clements, who was the old head coach of Westlake and a former BYU quarterback. And
so much BYU ties here, man.
BYU.
Apparently, I ended up wearing the wrong color polo.
Bold move wearing red.
Moose. Here's Jet New, and the gun drops back, and he's got a man deep, and it is caught. What a catch at the 45-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. Griffin Musili. I'm going to learn your name real quick, Griffin. You're not a mythical creature. You're a heck of a wide receiver. Let's go. That was a beautiful pass by Jet, and that's why the Cowboys want to see him shooting that pistol all the way around the field, because he has that cannon for the arm. Like I was saying, Steve Clemens, he's like, hey, if no one's open, you've got the most beautiful option in the world with Devon Eka. Just give him the ball and watch him run.
So now they are in Lone Peak territory on first down. Sends a man in motion, bobbles the snap, goes a little too high, and he's just going to throw it away as he's hit. But it does break the line of scrimmage before going out of bounds, so it just goes as an incomplete pass.
You can see the white hat right there. He was looking for his flag. He's like, I don't know. Was it a late hit? Was he out of the box? Did it go past the line of scrimmage? They always have their hand on that dirty laundry. Hopefully we don't see it too much tonight.
Yeah, you really don't like to see it because it just ruins the flow of the game, but obviously they do have a job to do. It's not a job I'd want, though.
No, absolutely not.
So 2nd and 10 at the Lone Peak 45-yard line. New empty backfield. Takes the snap and he drops back. Flushes out to his right. He's got a man, and it's caught. That's by number 6, Legend Glasker.
Oh, Legend. He's making mark. And like we said, the 26th class, Legend's a big part of that too. Another kid where you're like, this kid's a dog. That kid's a dog. We don't have any puppies around in this region.
No, you do not. And from what I've been told, puppies stay on the porch.
Puppies do stay on the porch. But this is almost a grateful Lehi team not having to go against Bob Huitolo.
Yeah, from what I've heard around the Lehi team, the offensive line particularly is pleased to not have him play tonight.
Yeah. Legend Glasker, I was talking to the coaches earlier, and they're like, The way he runs routes, it's beautiful. I'm like, you described it as beautiful. They're like, heck yes. I'm like, okay.
Hey, it's an art, Moose. It's an art. So is kicking. Kicking's an art.
Kicking's a better art than route running, if I do say so myself.
I mean, some people could agree with you on that. I know a few guys who would agree with that. But I would, you're not alone. Let's just say that.
Legend is definitely turning the pages and everything that's going on. So fun to see these players get in the game and start to move around, but it's hard for other teams that are watching tonight, especially like Mountain Ridge that had Legend Glasgow and Kai Beza, and the quarterback Bingham over there is like, all the weapons are gone. What's going on out here?
Although the Sentinels haven't had a bad season considering what they've lost.
No, Wyatt Bingham, I'm calling him my first cousin, even though I know it's not true. But he's been balling. Josh Bingham's son. Josh played at SUU. His uncle Ryan, decent career in Nebraska, okay career with the Chargers, and walked out of there with a few dollars.
I feel like you have a lot of family trees just like on your laptop when you're studying film, it sounds like, because you're just starting to just go everywhere and there's a connection to everybody.
Oh, this is a state heavily influenced by Polynesian culture, and I'm
That's
bought
for
in.
sure, yep.
I gotta find my own family trees all around here.
Coming out of the timeout, Lehi has the ball, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line, looking to answer after the Knights scored a touchdown on their first drive of the game. New has Devon Eka to his right. Play action. Fires. He's got a man. Number 84.
Pretty sure that's Brighton New right there. Absolute dude.
Brighton New.
Yeah, Brighton New. I sat down with Jet and Brighton earlier in the season, and I'm like, what do you guys want to accomplish? What do you want to do? And they're like, first and foremost, state title. And I'm like, okay. Then they're like, we want to find somewhere where we can be dominant. Brighton already has offers from Utah. He has an offer from Utah State, Oklahoma State. He is an athletic freak. A little taller than Jet, just as nice, but he hasn't even grown into his body as all. You're like, is that a receiver? No, it's a kid that's going to be a tight end that's playing on Sundays. You mark my words.
You guys heard it here first. And it goes to number 4 on the jet sweep, but the ball's on the ground. We'll see who gets it. The Knights say they have it, and they do.
Oh! This is the problem when you go against a Denny defense. The flow is so beautiful. It's like a hurricane going back and forth, and they are just attacking the ball. Fantastic job. But you gotta attack the edges. You gotta find different ways. But Lehi just hasn't gotten going yet.
That was Maze Madsen who was on that jet sweep and ended up coughing it up as he was going down. And the Knights now have a chance to take a 2-touchdown lead.
Mays is one of my favorite baseball players that graces the gridiron on Fridays. Kind of a Fisher Ingersoll, if you will.
That's actually a great reference right there. Someone who had a great baseball career as well as football. All right, Kepa in the gun. Drops back. Got a man and it's deflected. Great play right
goodness.
there.
Ozzie Williams getting the long arm. That was textbook. When you look up how to defend a pass, right there. If you're in Little League watching this game, watch that play about 15 times, and you'll say, if I can do that, I can be playing on Saturdays. At least Friday nights.
That was a very great play right there by Ozzie Williams. So 2nd and 10 at their own 21 for Lone Peak. Up 6-0 here with 8:20 to go here in the first quarter. And he hands off. And I believe that's Samuel Wright. Nope, it's Sean Tahi, who you're very high on as well as a running back.
For the class of 27, I don't think there's a running back I like more than Sean Tahi. He's a big boy. He gets her done. But it's interesting. I think Lehi must have heard me gushing about the Lone Peak cornerbacks, and Abe Yeager and Ozzie are saying, no, not tonight. They're pulling out the Matumbo on me, and I love it.
Rest in peace to Kembe Matumbo. And Kepa, play action, rolls out to his right, And he's going to take it to the 30, to the 33 before he's head out of bounds. And that was by number 1, Carson Wren.
Carson Wren came in with some bad intentions. Every week I mention Carson Wren on my podcast. It's because he averages about 11 tackles a game, and sometimes more. You're just like, who's Carson Wren? His older brother, I believe, played at Lehi as well. Another great middle linebacker. But that's the nice thing when you get in these communities. It's brothers and brothers and brothers. And you're just like, can you have some more kids? And they're like, we're in Utah. Of course we can.
So first down now, and Tahi's going to take it to the 40. He just bulldozes his way to the 41-yard line. What a run right there. Gain of 7.
That is not a fun run either. When you're going between the tackles, it's not like you're doing these Barry Sanders running around the edge. You're going right into the teeth of the defense. And Tahi loves it.
Now in the pistol is Kepa. Gives it to Samuel Wright. He gets to the 40, and then he's stuffed right there. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, and it looks like he does with forward progress.
Just trying to get them blinking real quick. That's why you go up tempo. You're like, okay, they're not quite set. Let's get going. But sometimes they get ready to go. There's a lot of good players on this Lehi defense, though, as well. Like Mama, Fuapuna Mama, the defensive end, Taki. You gotta have a swift tongue to say all these names tonight.
Yes, you do. It's 3rd and 3 at their own 41-yard line. Here's Kepa. Takes the snap and drops back. Looking to his right. He got a man, drops it, and it goes incomplete. Pass was intended for number 14, Talon Flinders.
You know what? I like this version of Kepa than what I saw earlier in the year, to be honest with you. Earlier in the year, I was like, Kepa, what happened to the kid I knew and loved at Alta? And now he's back. He's playing real well. He's getting the ball on target, and he's going to complete those more times than not.
So 4th down, and they're going to punt.
Let's go.
And it is away, and it gets a bounce down to about the 20, and it's picked up. It gets to about the 35-yard line. Trying to check that's Legend Glasgow on that punt return. So
Landon Goff getting the punt off too. That's what's interesting. He can do it all.
So something I would ask you, Moose, of what I want you to do now throughout the broadcast.
Okay.
I don't know what you and Matt do, but I want you to grade each punt as it comes off. Give me a letter grade for each punt.
So that punt, we'll give it a C.
Okay.
No hang time. He didn't do a great drop, but I don't expect much from him, so I'll give him a C.
All right. And you know what? C is good for a lot of athletes because it means you're still eligible to play sports.
That's how I got my degree from BYU right there.
Jet New hands it off to Devon Ecka on the draw, and he gets up to about the 36-yard line. He got plowed on that play, and there's a flag that flies. Could be some unnecessary roughness.
I wonder what it was exactly.
Because number 22, Cooper Stosic, was the one who stopped him. We'll see what the flag is, though.
The ref on the left of your screen, he seems to be ready to walk towards the Lone Peak end zone.
Personal foul, targeting.
Oh.
Whoa!
Defense, number 2, 15-yard penalty.
You don't see that in high school football. You see that in college.
Okay. Well, all right. I don't know what to say on that. We need a replay. I'm throwing my challenge flag all the way from up here. I hope it hits down below, but I don't have that good of an arm. I might just kick it.
The one thing about targeting at the high school level, you don't get ejected.
Happy day for Landon Goff because they'd be losing their punter, returner, and corner.
But either way, that is a 15-yard penalty and still big for Lehi as they begin this drive, and it goes to Ecka, and he flies through. And he gets to about the 45-yard line.
Man.
In Lone Peak territory.
Feels like anytime you're playing Lone Peak, whenever they don that jersey, all of a sudden they become a lot more physical. You talk to these guys during the week, you're like, you're a really nice human being. You see them on the field, you're like, you might be a horrible human being.
I think it has to do with like the minute you like step on the turf.
I don't know.
To where like, you know, maybe like the fumes like put out the anger in you, I guess.
There's some magic in the crumble cookies they feed these guys or whatever else.
Must be.
And if someone wants to drop off a crumble cookie, I wouldn't be mad.
2nd and 6. New. He's got his man.
Oh, Mays.
Mays Madsen. This time he did not fumble the ball.
No, Mays is like, give me another shot. Here we go. I'm used to playing on the diamond, but I can get it done on the gridiron. Mays is a very reliable target. He's not going to make the same mistake twice. I'll tell you that right here and now.
So he gets to the 30-yard line, and it's 1st and 10, a new set of downs, with just about 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
And what's nice about being here, they're in field goal range. Gavin Fenn, who's coached by Jose Piscano, is ready to go. Oh, now they might be out of field goal range.
Although, isn't every kicker's belief that anywhere on the field is field goal range to them?
You know what? Gavin is actually in field goal range. And I mentioned his coach, Jose. I actually coached Jose at Snow College, went on to have a good career, decent. He was 2nd in the Lou Groza voting last year and an All-American at UNLV. Always nice when you can pull an All-American kicker to be a kicking coach at Lehi High School. Whoever his coach was at Snow College must have done a phenomenal job with him.
Yeah, definitely. 1st and 15 at the 35-yard line. Jet News got his man. Oh, and it's tipped and intercepted. And who else? Landon Goff.
Landon Goff! Oh my God! That was a heck of an interception. He was punting. He was returning. He's Mr. Do-It-All. He's Mr. Incredible at this point. My goodness gracious, Landon Goff. I sat down and talked with him a couple weeks ago, and he's like, why am I not getting recruited? I'm like, you're not getting interceptions, you're not getting big plays. And he said, oh, I'll show you. And he showed me right there. Not from his C average punting, but from his A-plus cornering.
Game brought to you by Burt Brothers, where auto care is done better, as now the Knights come back out after getting yet another turnover from their defense. Kepa, he's going to keep it, and he gets to about the 15-yard line for a gain of 6.
Kepa has no problem. Mr. Niumeotolu goes in and gets it done. And that's the thing. A lot of quarterbacks, they'll say they're dual threats, and I'm like, liar! Kepa is a truther. I love to see it. Good job, Kepa.
He also does a really good job. Like, I totally screwed up the very first time he did the option play. I thought it went to the back, and you even corrected me on it. He does a really good job of creating that, like, to where he makes it look so real that he's going to hand it off to his running back.
This is super sad. 53, Toby Mealer, the transfer from Arizona, was committed to the Bears, has offers all over the country. He just took a dip. I don't know why.
Well, we will go ahead and take a step aside as we assess and find out what's going on with the injured player down on the field. Well, good news is that Toby is at least coming off the field under his own power, which is always great to see.
And Toby Beeler has a pretty crazy story. Moved to Utah, was living in Lehi boundaries, had to move to Lone Peak boundaries, and he's been a phenomenal building block for the Knights all year.
And I'll hand off to Sean Tahi. He gets to almost the 20-yard line before he's taken down.
That's the hard thing when you start going east and south, or east and west. Sean, well, I guess he went east and then he went a little south, not too much. But he ran about 15, 20 yards to get to. And it's like, just turn off, let's go.
Coaches never like to see them go sideline to sideline. They want to go end zone to end zone.
Yeah, when I was growing up, there was this running back called Reggie Bush, and everyone thought they were Reggie Bush right after that.
And now Kepa's going to keep it. He gets to the 25-yard line. Good gain there. Obviously picks up the first down. It was 3rd and 1. Picked up that and then some.
The mesh point is awesome and the play action is great, but it's hilarious. The running back got tackled back there until he's like, I don't have the ball. What are you doing?
Wrong guy.
And the defense looked confused, Tahi looked confused, and Kepa looked elated.
6-yard line, 1st and 10.
Just like I said, I was delayed on the call on who had it because I had to make sure Kepa had it in his hands before saying his name. Now Kepa's in the gun. Play action, but then reverses it to number 5.
Jashawn
Mayberry. And he gets maybe 2 yards.
It always makes me laugh. My wife always calls the running backs the sneaky ones.
Okay.
And I'm like, why do you call them the sneaky ones, babe? She's like, I never know if they have the ball. And Lehi is playing victim to that same problem. I'm like, Kirsten, no one knows if they have the ball. That's the beauty of the running back. She's like, yeah, they're sneaky.
At least your wife watches football.
We're working on that this year.
I've been working on that for years. Here's Kepa. Fires out. Ooh, almost deflected, but to Samuel Wright, he breaks one tackle and then he's taken down by 2 Lehi Pioneers. And he will lose probably a yard on that play.
Oh my goodness. Carson Wren can lay the wood, but you gotta wrap up. He came in and you're gonna remember that hit for a little bit.
As we wind down 20 seconds, it looks like they're going to let the quarter run out here. So when we come back, it'll be 3rd and 9 at their own 27-yard line. At the end of the first quarter, Lone Peak 6, Lehi 0 on the KSL Sports Rewind Game of the Week here on KSLSports.com.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
Welcome back to Lone Peak High School. Trevor Allen, Moose Bingham here with you at the end of the first quarter. It's Lone Peak 6 and Lehi nothing. So through 12 minutes of play, Moose, what have you seen so far?
Oh, I've seen a lot. But I haven't seen a lot of these kids finally execute full drive. We had the one explosive play, and that's been it. But I've been really impressed with Goff. He's made me a believer. I mean, I saw his face, and now I'm a believer.
Yeah, he picked off Jet New late in that first quarter, and he's kind of their do-it-all guy.
Yeah, punting, returning, intercepting, you can do it all with that. And one of the big storylines is Toby Mealer going down. He's still on the sideline. That is a huge, huge loss. The former Arizona commit is trying to figure it out. And you've got the old line coach down there saying, hey, if you can just touch that foot down, a one-legged Toby Mealer is as good as anything in the state I've seen.
Definitely a big boy, that's for sure.
Yeah. Coming out with an all-state list coming here in the next little bit. And it's hard to make it because everyone's been injured. I'm like, what is going on?
So now the Knights will have it. 3rd down and 9 to go at their own 27. Kepa trips to the left. And he's got a back to his left. Sends a man in motion. Drops back. Looking, firing down the field. He's got a man. That's number 10. Owen McNeil. And he gets to the 45-yard line in Lehi territory for a first down and then some.
Oh, my goodness. Owen McNeil. This was a zone defense right there. And the senior, he's like, I see the soft spot. Throw it to me here. And he did a great job finding that area under the 2 deep coverage. Great job by Kepa.
Kepa with the handoff to Tahi. And he'll get maybe a yard on first down as they go a little up-tempo, and it's getting a little chippy in there.
Oh, my goodness. We're going to call it Crumble Chippy. Come and give me a cookie.
Somebody's really hungry up here.
I'm starving. I'm not ready for Thursday night games. This is the day I usually carbo load to get ready for Friday.
Yeah. Well, so what are you going to do next week when we have a game on Wednesday?
Second down.
Oh, crap, do we?
Yeah. Every game's on Wednesday next week. It's the end of the season.
Well, I am on a business trip.
Breaking news. Moose Bingham didn't know.
Gonna figure that one out. Gotta talk to my boss. I'll be in Washington.
We could probably still get you to call a game on Zoom. There's a lot of technology nowadays. As Staley, who caught the only touchdown of the game so far, catches it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
That really sucks, and I just realized that. I planned my trip a while ago saying, hey, I'll be fine. I'll be at University of Washington. Don't worry about that. Well, apparently we're not. Anyone who has hookups at Delta, help me switch my ticket to earlier in the day, and we'll get her done. Crap.
Maybe we can just get one of those network private jets to get Moose Bingham back to Utah.
The KSL Sports Rewind private jet. Let's go.
Chopper 5. Should we get Chopper 5 to pick you up?
Yes, that'd be great.
Kepa drops back. Got him, man. Gets to the 25 to the 20. Oh! And that's Mayberry. And then he breaks a tackle. Basically truck stick down to the 15-yard line. That is Jayshawn Mayberry.
Oh, my goodness. Mayberry on one of the better corners in the state, too. You don't expect that, but Mayberry's a strong kid. His dad played in the NFL. His brother is the interception leader for the state as of last year. But if your last name's Mayberry, you're a woof-woof dog.
First down, near the red zone. Or goal, I mean. And here's Tahi on the handoff. He gets to the 10 and down.
John Tahi, the ball carrier.
And Sean Tahi picks up about 5 yards. So it's 2nd and 5.
Abe Yeager getting his first offer recently from New Mexico, Bronco Mendenhall. But Abe Yeager said, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, not going to happen tonight. You're going down, Sean Tahi. And he surplexed him right to the ground.
Just so much depth, especially at running back too, because you've also got Wright who's taking a bulk of the load, but you've also got Sean Tahi and Kepa who's leading him in rushing.
Yeah, Kepa, I was like, this might be a one-man show. And Sean Tahi said, I got you, brother.
Tahi back there, and he takes it, and he's just stopped right as he got the ball by 3 Lehi Pioneers on 2nd down, and he gets about a yard.
Kepa's sitting there, he's like, I got to hand it off every once in a while, I guess, on this formation. But honestly, good call right there. He's a lot braver than I am. Most nights I'm like, I will give it to you every down.
So a loss of 1. It's 3rd and 5 at the 10-yard line in the red zone. This is actually their first trip in the red zone of the night.
The nice thing here, I think Carr, he's going to atone for his mistakes. We're in a religious area. He can make this field goal if things go awry.
I think a lot of them can make it from this range, at least if you're playing varsity football. Here's Kepa, lobs it into the end zone, and it's deflected. And that was number 3. I believe that was Luke Christensen, but it was also batted down by Abe Yeager.
Luke Christensen's looking for the flag. He's like, he tripped me. And they said, hey, we didn't see any bananas on the field. This isn't Mario Kart. You'll live to see another day.
I hate seeing the bananas in Mario Kart.
It's so annoying.
Because I'm the one who always runs them over. And Moose's favorite part of the game, a field goal.
Amen.
And the kick is up. And it is good.
Oh, zoom, Brecken Carr. That makes it a 2-possession game this early in the season. So that's what's crazy. This game can just go. But you start stacking those wins, getting field goals, getting nice touchdowns, you're going to see a lot of good things. And they might be doing a TV timeout here in the next little bit.
We are going to take a TV timeout, but first, just want to let you know that for 2 to 100 million commercial loans, call Popular Commercial Lending Group at 801-694-6281. with 8:27 to go. Lone Peak has a 9-0 lead over Lehi here on the Rewind Sports Network.
7-minute, 55-second time.
Yard word. No.
Welcome back. We just found out there's a fun raffle, and I asked Moose during the break, is there such thing as a boring raffle? And apparently there is.
Well, you could get a trip to Boring, Oregon to do some yard work. That would be a boring
point.
raffle right there.
That would be.
There's lots of things that are boring. You could get free homework, which would be a nightmare for me.
I don't know if anyone raffles off homework. Have you seen that?
Oh, the raffles I have been to.
Okay.
I didn't enter any of them, but I've been to them.
Well, why would you enter that? So, after coming off of a field goal by Brecken Carr, he will now kick it away.
Yep.
With 8:27 to go here in the second quarter.
Returnable.
And it goes to Mays Madsen. He's got it to the 10. Now to the 20 and gets to about the 22-yard line before being brought down by Stosic.
Mays Madsen with the return.
Or no, that isn't Stosic.
By number 43, Jude Muitalo.
Muitalo.
Tony Greenland.
Jude Muitalo.
Everyone's hyped. We've got a lot of Muitalos in here. From Ed to Locke to Jude. Just a great day to be a Muitalo.
Now here comes the Knights. Jet New
From the 23
has an interception on the night, and there's also been a fumble and a punt. So that's their first 3 drives on offense tonight.
Not exactly what you want, but Jet's shown some major flashes.
And now Jet throws. He's got a man. Who else besides Legend Glasgow? He gets to midfield, down to the 45, cuts to the outside, and then he gets down to about the 43-yard line. What a run there and catch by Legend Glasgow.
Oh my goodness, sweet feet out there is what it looks like. Just sweetness.
Only his second game, but it already seems like he and Jet New have got that chemistry.
Yeah, a lot of players had to sit out 6 games this year because of a transfer rule. But a lot of teams look a lot different starting week 6. You're just like, wait, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? And Legend Glasgow is one kid where you're like, you would have been a 1,000-yard receiver, if not more.
So now in Lone Peak territory, Jet New on first down. Who's he look for again besides Glasgow? And he's got it to the 30, out of the 20. No one's going to beat him. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Lehi.
Oh my
Legend Glasgow for 6.
Legend Glasgow coming in here. He's evening up the game, and great decision right there. Legend did a great job getting over the first tackle and exposing one of the weaknesses in this Lone Peak defense. He has great speed, great route running, just phenomenal job by Legend Glasgow right there.
I'm sure that Ed Larson's very happy to have him on the team, even though it's this late in the season.
It's always nice when you get a D1 receiver to join your team. Let's see. Who do we have? Legend. Awesome.
What can we do with him? As the kick is up, and it is good. As they now cut the Lone Peak lead to 2.
Which is a weird lead. You'll be sitting here in the stat box being like, was that a safety? Did they get a safety? Nope.
Nope, they just missed the PAT, and
he atoned for it though. Brecken, you're my guy now. You've done it.
Ends up making the field goal. So with 7:27 to go, we will actually keep it right here. Just want to remind you that Roofers Supply, your trusted partner with 8 locations throughout Utah, take it to the top. Now, Moose, that was something that Lehi desperately needed, was a big drive where they were able to get production, and they went to only one guy, but they were able to find the end zone.
Hey, you know what? If it works, keep doing it until they find a way to stop it. And we've noticed at the corner on that side, Goff, he's been injured, he's been taken to the hospital. I wonder if that affected his quarterback play there. We'll keep an eye on that.
So now the kickoff goes into the end zone.
Not into, out of.
Out of. Well, didn't it land just at the end of the end zone?
No.
All right, Moose isn't giving me any credit here.
No.
There's no leeway with kickoffs here with Moose Bingham. I'm finding that out quickly.
Oh, I'm sitting here with a magnifying glass. It's like we're on NFL Network. There's one blade of grass between the ball. I saw it from here with my eagle eyes.
Does Matt Coma ever do that with you? Does he ever Does he try to test your special teams knowledge?
He's not brave enough. You're one of the few.
I wasn't even really trying to test you. I wouldn't consider myself that brave, honestly.
Matt Sport just goes with the flow. He's like, yeah, whatever, kicker's cool. I don't care.
Well, does Matt believe kickers are people too?
He absolutely does.
Okay, good. Because I believe that as well. 1st and 10 here. Here's Kepa on the QB draw. Gets to the 25 and almost sit down to the 30-yard line, and they give him the 30-yard line.
Phenomenal block by the ref right there. It's hard being one of those back judges right by the linebackers. You don't know if you're going left or right. The Kepa just ran right next to him, and he did a pretty good block.
I would be scared to have a quarterback give me that truck stick on Madden. To have that happen to a ref because you're in his way, because you don't know which way he's going.
I've gotten truck sticked once. It was a bad day.
We can talk about it later if you want. Here's Sean Tahi firing up the middle, and he gets to about the 37-yard line. Oh, excuse me, Sam Wright.
So I got truck stick once at BYU. I did a kickoff. We were in practice, and I kicked it to this kid named Adam Hine.
Okay, we all know who he is.
Adam, decent returner.
Yeah.
But there was an up-back named Paul Lasike, and it was one of my first weeks there. And I'm like, I could take this guy.
I know exactly what you're talking about, yeah.
He kept getting bigger and bigger. He was just a fullback for the Bears, and he lit me up.
How long did it take you to recover?
I'll tell you after.
Here's Kepa. He's looking, going up the middle, and he's brought down. And that is number 11. Get that player for you. That's Ty Cogswell.
Yeah. So, Fuapauna Mama with the sack right there. Like I said, watch out for the senior. There's Fuapauna. There's Taki. There's a lot of good players. But, yeah, to finish that story, I got knocked back about 5 yards, 10 toes in the air, and I looked up and there was Bronco Mendenhall staring at me. His whistle dropped in disbelief. And he gave me a look that said, "Did you really think you could make a tackle, you 5'8" Caucasian kicker?" And I said, "Yes, I really did." And he said, "Get off my field."
I was feeling pretty good, Coach.
He's like, "You shouldn't have."
I mean, Bronco did, I wasn't around him like you were. I didn't play for him, but he didn't seem to have too many looks on his face. It's always been kind of like the same even keel kind of look.
Not in practice.
Yeah, in practice it's a different guy?
No, he's still the same lovable guy that you see all the time. I love Bronco.
There's Kepa on 3rd and 6. He drops back. Finds his man. That is Christensen. And he gets to about the 39 yard. Whoa. I thought maybe 38, but reached out to the 39.
Oh, this is where you're saying go for it.
It's 4th and 1. Playing video games, you would say I'm going to go for it, but
video games or a Kalani Sataki offense?
I went that too, yeah.
When I was coaching at BYU, we'd be on the headsets. I'm like, and he'd just pop in, go for it. And they're like, okay, not punt, not kick the field goal. Always go for it.
So 4th and 1 at the 39 in the pistol is Kepa. Could get a big stop here for Lehi if they can get the stop.
Oh, the clapping didn't work.
Changes the play. The play clock's down to 0, and they're going to take the delay game. Try to get them to go offsides.
Delay the game.
Oh, they didn't call the timeout?
5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
As a puncher, I'd be hyped that they didn't call the timeout. 5 more yards for me.
Put some more net yards for me.
Good old Landon Goff. Monsieur Incredible. No, we can't do that. We got to find a better name for
Landon Goff in confirmation.
Apologies for the scoreboard issue. We'll get that figured out. As it Landon Goff punted away, and he's able to get it off. I mean, your grade for that punt's probably not going to be great, but he almost got blocked. Yeah, he got out
honestly,
of that one.
Yeah, that was an awful fake, if I do say so from here. Lehi did a phenomenal job reading that. Must be Jose coming in there, matching wits with Denny. But Landon, he's a soccer player. He's actually half Brazilian. Little did you you know. So we got to find some Brazilian type name. Maybe he's like an Encanto. Maybe we'll call him Bruno, because you don't know about Bruno, but we want to talk about Bruno tonight.
So now it's 1st and 10 for the Pioneers. Play action goes out to Legend Glasker, and he's dicing his way through, and he gets past midfield. Excuse me, that is Maze Madsen.
Phenomenal.
Who's just as shifty.
Maze Madsen did a great job there. There was one of the more egregious holds I've seen this season happen right at the point of the catch.
And then they go up tempo. Devon Eka has these going to the 40. It's a foot race now to the 20, to the 10. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Lehi. Devon Eka finds the end zone.
Good things happen when Devon Eka has that leather in his paw. You give him the ball more, better things happen. Just like Coach Clemens said earlier in the game, hey, just use your release valve. Let Devon make you look good, and he did that right there.
And just like that, Lehi has the lead. It's 13-9, PAT pending with 3:42 to go here in the second quarter.
What region are we in?
Region 3.
Oh, that means that nothing is earned. You're not going to have a blowout. It's going to be a dogfight from the first to the last snap.
And the kick is up. And believe it or not, Moose, it's good.
Oh, I believe it. But the edge pressure, I'm giving them an F on the edge because that was almost blocked. And it looks like that kick was at about 1.37 get off time from snap to kick. So plenty of speed, but they almost got that blocked. Gotta secure that edge.
Moose, I'm going to be honest with you. I've actually worked with Tom Hackett before.
Whoa.
You know Tom Hackett, right?
I played with him at Utah, one of my best friends.
Yeah, so Tom and I worked together for a few years, and I learned quite a bit about special teams. I've learned double of just being with you in the first half than I have my entire time knowing Tom Hackett.
That checks out. When I was with Tom, all we do, we'd take the golf carts and he'd be like, hey, listen here, buddy. You think I can putt this ball if you hit it right? I'd be like, yeah. So I just run routes for him all practice, and he punts it to me. We had a blast.
Love Tom Hackett.
Oh, good old Tommy boy.
2-time Ray Guy Award winner.
I'd always laugh. Me and Andy would sit there, and he's like, I'm way funnier than Tom. Why don't people get my jokes? I'm like, you're not Andy.
Yeah, I haven't heard that from Andy, and I know Andy pretty well too, but I would say that that's not the case.
He would drop these really smart quips in the media. I'm like, Andy, no one's going to get that. Your mom's a Latin professor. Your background is not going to equate, where Tom's just a funny dude.
Yeah, he is.
But I love both of them. Had a blast with both of them at the end. They're just good people.
So with 3:42 to go here in the first half, it's 14-9, Lone Peak trailing. Lehi scoring 2 unanswered touchdowns. And doTERRA is a proud sponsor of Lone Peak football. doTERRA's products help athletes around the world maintain the highest level of health and wellness. Learn more about how you can up your health and wellness game at doTERRA.com.
Yeah, I used to rub that. I think it was called like Cool Blue or something on my legs. Great stuff right there. Oh, line driver. Oh, Goff's got it.
And Goff takes it out. He gets to the 5, cuts back out to his left, and he gets to the 25, and had he not gotten tripped up, he probably would have found the end zone.
Landon Goff making the right decision right there. It's tough, but phenomenal job by Shad Olson, the senior cornerback, coming in for Lehi. You're just like, oh, wow, Shad, that was rad. And Landon Goff says, no, it wasn't. I almost saw 6 in my future. Great return by Goff, though.
So we'll see what the Knights can do with 3:34 to go here in the half. And the Knights will get the ball to start the second half, too.
Yeah. So that's 2 possessions. And you don't want to score too fast, but you sure as heck want to score.
So 1st and 10 at their own 29.
Lehi's student section.
And play action. It's caught by Owen McNeil. and he gets down to about the 44-yard line.
Someone better check his gloves for some stickum, because that was beautiful. Just like Velcro. I don't know if the ball has some magnets in it or what, but that was a great catch.
I believe it's his second catch of the night, if I remember correctly. We don't have any stats here in front of us, it's just memory.
Yep, I would concur with that.
So he gets to the 44-yard line and first down.
Concur, what a great word. Learned that from a former BYU professor.
I just learned so much being around Moose Bingham already. Hands off, but Kepa's going to keep it instead, and he gets to the 50-yard line before he's tripped up by Pojo Latu. Also goes by Paul Latu, but I heard he goes by Pojo.
Yeah, he goes by massive tackler as well. Have you ever heard of the BYU professor Frank Abagnale Jr.?
I'm going to say yes, just so you don't get mad at me.
There was a movie about him named called Catch Me If You Can.
Okay, I have seen that.
Fun little media reference.
There we go. As Tahi takes it, and he gets to, they're going to call him down at the 45-yard line. So gain of 5, and that'll be good for a first down.
Yeah.
He's brought down by number 90, Isaac Sweat.
It's really funny. In his movie, you're sitting there and you're like, he was actually a professor at BYU. And he didn't know anything about the class. All he would do is read one chapter ahead and then teach the chapter he read to the class. I'm like, that's one way to live.
I know.
And it seems like that's what Lone Peak's doing. They're just trying to get one chapter ahead and move the sticks.
Yep, and they're doing that right now. Finally seeing a drive, like a really gritty, grinded out drive right now for Lone Peak.
Absolutely.
Kepa hands it off and gets to another chunk yard play. Get him down to the 39-yard line of Sean Tahi.
Yeah.
Gain of 5, so just picking up 5 yards each time.
It's nice to have Kepa back there because Kepa freezes the defense, because I'm sitting there like, does Kepa have it? Does Sean have it? Does Kepa have it? Does Sean have it? And that's the beautiful thing. It's incorporating these triple option philosophies into your offense, and they're doing a great job with that. Kepa is playing phenomenal tonight.
He's already fooled me a couple of times, and we're not even at halftime yet. Kepa, play action, fires deflected and picked up, but they're going to rule it incomplete. Deflection by number 27.
Yeah, Leo Isika did a great job right there by getting in the air, batting the ball down. If you can't get the sack, get your hand in throwing lanes, and Leo did a fantastic job doing that.
So it brings up 3rd and 5. So stops the momentum a little bit because they were just picking up 5 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards.
But
was able to keep it where they're at now.
The clock is down to 107, so it can be 2 downs here without a problem.
Which Moose doesn't like that. Drops back, here's Kepa. Throws it deep, he's got a man, and it's caught by Owen McNeil, touchdown!
Oh my goodness gracious!
What a grab by Owen McNeil!
Owen McNeil is saying, hey, you know what? I'm a senior, and this is my night. My gosh.
39-yard strike, and McNeil, according to Stats Online, he has not caught a touchdown until now.
Owen McNeil, you're about to get the McChesney treatment. Here we go, Owen McNeil. My goodness gracious, getting the ball in his paws and getting a beautiful touchdown.
And just like that, Lone Peak has the lead back with 1 minute exactly to go here in the second quarter.
So there's only a few teams that get the Scottish treatment, and Lone Peak's one of them, because they had not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 McChesneys come through here.
Is there any more coming?
No, not for a wee bit. But Owen McNeil gets the McChesney treatment if he's going to catch the ball like that.
I got to say, that's pretty good Scottish accent.
I actually learned it from a BYU coach, a guy named Coach Grant. Okay. I went up there to kick, and he's like, "Oh, young lad, my name's Coach Grant." And I spent a whole day with him. Love Robert Grant. But by the end of that day, I had his accent down. Perfect.
Tech happily with Tech 9, where Utah goes for custom software development. As the PAT depending, but
Yeah, might be going for 2.
I was going to say, that doesn't look like the kicker out there
So that's actually not a bad choice to go for 2 here. They're not really
to make it a
chasing
3-point
points.
game, yeah. Here's Kepa under center. It's in the I formation. A little trickeration goes from Isaac Staley to Kepa Niumetolu for the 2-point conversion.
And Ike proves me wrong once again. You are a quarterback, Ike.
So what is he?
I
Is he
don't
a
know.
tight end or is he a quarterback?
He's an athlete. Man, with a last name like Staley, it has to be good.
So just like that, 2-point conversion is good with 1 minute to go. Lone Peak has a 3-point lead, 17-14.
As a specialist, I hated that call. As a coach, fantastic call.
They're like, hey, Moose, we're going to go ahead and go for 2 here. You can sit down.
Yeah, I'd be like, all right, what am I running, coach?
And a 2-minute 34-second time of possession. And with a
You're like, hey, I got an arm too.
I was always laughing. My coaches always tried to protect me. They're like, hey, you know what?
on the Fairbanks.
And I played in an all-star game 5A versus 4A because we didn't have 6A. And I ended up with a sack, a fumble recovery, and a tackle for a loss in 4 plays.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Brecken Carr kicks it away. It's going to go to Glasker. He fields it. He's at the 20. Now 25 to the 30. He goes to the outside to the 40 and is tripped up at about the 44-yard line. What a return by legend Glasker.
Oh my goodness. He is so smooth. He's like butter on a roll in Sunday dinner. Just smooth as can be. But yeah, my coach decided they probably should have played me a little more on defense at least after that.
That's for sure. Did you ever do any like fake kicks where you like take it and then like throw it, or you go out for a pass?
In college, I did once. The ball went over my head when I was punting at Snow. I picked it up, ran for my life, and almost got the first down. I stepped out of bounds and tried to hurdle a guy.
I've got a little story after this here in just a second. Here's Chet New. He guts up to the 50 and then over into Lone Peak territory. He's taken down at about the 47-yard line as the clock's moving with 40 seconds to go. Still 2 timeouts for Lehi.
Yeah, he's got time, and they can at least get a field goal and tie this up.
New drops back, throws it, and just throws it behind his intended receiver. That was Mace Madsen.
Pass falls incomplete.
The pass rush was a little bit confused right there because Junior Tahi's helmet went a-flying, and he's like, I don't know what to do with the tackles in there. He's like, I don't either. Probably don't keep rushing though.
Yeah, you don't want to get into a little scrum right there. But Tom Hackett's fake punt against Oregon.
Oh my goodness.
Waddling down the sideline.
So I would always laugh. Tom is the least athletic puncher I've ever been around.
Absolutely is.
And like, I'd laugh. I'd sleep on his couch during the week and whatnot. And he'd have to get up for training. And he's like, oh, mate, when I have to get up for training, I run 3 steps. And I'm like, I know, Tom. I have the same problem. He's like, you're a little more athletic than me, but we'll get it done.
I'll still never forget. I always gave him crap when I was working with him. I just said, Tom, have you shored up your running style, or do you still waddle when you run?
Well, here's the thing. He was like 4 for 4 on first down.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I'm like, that makes no sense, Tom.
Well, like the fact that he reached and caught that ball with his fingertips was insane.
Goodness gracious, yeah. And it was the punt before that he hit the camera.
Yep.
He hit the camera and then he fakes it. It would blow my mind because a puncher I coached, he was very athletic and he could never get a first down. And I'm like, dude, Tom's getting first downs left and right. What's wrong with you? It's like, I know, I'm way more athletic. I'm like, I'm not arguing. I just can't figure it out.
It's tough to do. It's not something I'd want to do.
It's interesting. Tom Hackett, last year about this time I went to Japan and he had all sorts of things that you would say. He's like, you got to go here, you got to do this. And I'm like, okay. Sounds good, Tommy.
Don't know the down because the scoreboard's off. Oh, it's third down. I can see it on the marker right there. It's third and short. Something's going on with the scoreboard here at Lone Peak. The only thing that's out is the down, yards to go, and ball on.
Does it feel like there should be more lights on this field? I feel like we should have like 2 more, like in the end zones.
I don't know.
I'm just watching my car from here. Last week, there was a kicker, Freucher, over at Roy. And I parked my car not in the right position, and I'm like, if you hit my car, Colby, I'm going to lose my mind. He's yelling from the stadium, I'm like, little lighter.
He was probably aiming for it after you told him to.
He was, I knew it. My insurance isn't great. I was like, please don't hit it.
Empty backfield for Jet New. He drops back on third down. He's got Mays Madsen for the first down. And the clock will stop for a second while they move the sticks. Now it's running again.
Literally 1 second.
And spikes it.
Oh, timeout, Lone Peak. Okay.
And the Knights will call a timeout. I believe they had all of their timeout. Or no, wait, they had 1 or 2 more. I think.
1 left now.
Now they have 1 left.
Yep. Oh my goodness. I'm just a color guy, so I just see it how it is, and I don't have to go back and remember things. I'm testing my brain now.
Although your brain, we're going down memory lane here in the first half, Moose.
Yeah. Talking about Tom Hackett running routes for him.
I know Tom's not tuning in, but shout out to him anyway.
We'll give him a shout out. He probably is. Tom, take a break from washing cars. And we know you're living in California, but you shouldn't be tuning in to Utah high school football. Always my favorite thing to do at Lone Peak. Hey, if you guys aren't liking the commentary, let us know about it on Venmo at Moose Bingo. Last time I was here, I got about I think $15. People letting me know how bad it was.
Here we go with first down, 10 to go, with 15.2 to go here in the half. Jet New drops back. He's looking down the field. He stops, has to run back out. Now he's caught again. Flushes to his right, and then he throws it as he's going out of bounds, and it's deflected. But it is ruled incomplete. That was a wild sequence right there, Moose.
That was almost an interception by number 21 on the play. I think it was Tag Zundel.
Yeah, it was Tag Zundel.
Oh my goodness, Jet did a great job right there. Zip it inside. No, it was Tuna Avasa.
Okay.
But Jet New, he has phenomenal legs, and what I love about Jet, keeping his eyes downfield constantly, always finding out where he needs to go. Jet is a phenomenal quarterback and an even better young man, and I can't say that all the time.
Jet New trying to get his team in the end zone on third down, but it looks like there's probably going to be a timeout called. A stoppage in play.
If you were looking for halftime to come fast, you came to the wrong place.
Yes, you did. Because I'm thinking Ed Larson wanted to go get at least in field goal range, but then on that last play where that took about 10 seconds off the clock for that sequence, and now they're going to have to go straight to the end zone unless he can. I mean, you want to tell me, is Gavin Fenn, is this his range?
This is pretty close actually, but you can do a 10-yard out on either side and still preserve enough time to go in. So just as long as you're taking care of the ball, you can go into halftime down 3, and it's not terrible. It's a one-possession game, everything's fine. Lone Peak's sitting pretty because they're going to receive the ball at the start of the second half.
Likely the final play. We'll see what happens here on second down. Jet New does that out, just like you said. The Legend Glasgow goes out of bounds at about the 31-yard line with 2.8 to go. So now the field goal unit will come out.
Yep, that checks out. Good call, Moose. Me and Ed Larson, we're just 2 peas in a pod when it comes to offensive play calling.
It was really only to set up a special teams play.
Which is what I told him. I was like, hey, we want special teams. We want to see Gavin Finn out there.
So 48-yard field goal. And are they going to try and ice the kicker? No, Lehi's calling a timeout.
Love it.
Icing his own kicker.
Good call. He's got ice in his veins. They are just double checking his temperature.
That's a good way of putting it. National Auto Plaza, where you can find the best deals on the best cars, trucks, and SUVs with our legendary $3,500 rebate. Now, Moose, has the kicking game gotten better at the high school level now?
Yeah.
Would you say?
Are you kidding me? I mean, Murray's kicker hit a 63 last week.
Okay, I did not know that.
I mean, Will Walker at Riverton is the #1 puncher in the country. And
okay.
And then on top of that, Maple Mountain's kicker hit a 55 last week. And it was 2 for 2. Like, the kickers here, Gavin Finn can hit from 60, no problem. Really. And so, he has the leg strength. It's the accuracy that comes into play. Phenomenal soccer player. AF's kicker, he's Mr. Soccer. Super great kicker as well. You just see all these guys and what they're doing, and you're just like amazed with the talent in the kicking game.
And now Lone Peak's going to call a timeout to ice the kicker. So we're really going to see how much ice is in Gavin Finn's veins.
I got iced once, and it was at Pleasant Grove. It was to win the game. And I looked at my left tackle, was sitting there crying. And I'm like, what are you doing? And so I looked at the coach. I said, thank you, coach. And he looked as confused as could be. I'm like, my tackle wasn't ready. And he's like, what? I'm like, they weren't ready. I'm ready, but they weren't.
So why was he crying?
I don't know.
You still don't know to this day?
Now.
Oh, really?
Better crying than laughing or whatever.
A left tackle that became a stand-up comedian, huh?
Yeah, Seth Tippins is his name. 6'10".
Okay.
He's a good comedian.
Okay.
That's a fantastic joke about what is it? Gas station hot dogs.
Okay.
And how many miles they have on them. Like, hilarious observation.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna even try to tell the joke.
Yeah, I mean, there's some resources out there for people to find it.
Yeah, look up Seth Tippins. Great kid.
48-yard field goal attempt by number 5, Gavin Finn.
He was the edge on that night. Our whole team was concussed. Pleasant Grove had 11 D1 commits on their team.
Oh, man. So with 2.8 to go, Gavin Finn, 48-yard field goal. Oh, Mays Madsen, the hold wasn't great, and now he's down, and that'll end the half.
Ball with the hole, didn't get an opportunity. Gavin's ticked, but we'll see what we can do. That takes him down by 3 to head into half.
So at the half, it is Lone Peak 17, Lehi 14. We'll be back at the end of halftime with second half action here on the Rewind Sports Network.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence, thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
Welcome back to Lone Peak High School. 17-14, Lone Peak with the lead. Trevor Allen, Moose Bingham, as we're about to start here the third quarter. And Moose, the Knights have a lot of momentum as they're going to get the ball here to start the second half.
They do have a lot of momentum. We're going to see what they can do. Not allowing Lehi to get points at the end of the first half was actually massive. And I am happy as can be. Was able to go get a night burger. It was delicious. And that's how I judge football games. What are the treats you've got?
Okay.
And they got a delightful hamburger.
I wonder what that was when you came up here with it.
They ran out of hamburger buns, so I'm ingenuitive. But I'm super excited. This half is going to be amazing because we've seen a couple explosive plays from each offense, but not those sustained drives that you like to see.
And I know with playoff seeding on the line, like right now, as far as the Region 3 title, Sky Ridge holds their own destiny because they haven't lost, and they're playing Pleasant Grove tonight, and then playing against American Fork next week. I mean, there's still a chance, but then the tie for second is between these two teams right here that are 2-1 in the region.
Yeah, super tough region. If AF is your number 4 in your region, you are killing it.
As we get the kickoff. And he's got room. He's to the 40. That is number 1, Jaden Mayberry.
Yeah, Jaden Mayberry. Teams have finally learned this year, don't pass the ball, let the ball, put the ball anywhere near Jaden Mayberry after having over 10 interceptions last season. But he's still been effective. He's had 4 interceptions so far this year.
So we'll see what the Knights come out with after ending the first half on a positive note, stopping Lehi from kicking a field goal. I mean, it was a bobbled hold, but so Mays Madsen had to create something out of nothing and got nothing out of it. And now here's Keppa in the pistol. He hands it off to Samuel Wright. And he gets maybe a yard. Maybe.
We'll give him at least a yard. Come on.
Maybe an inch.
Oh,
they're going to give him a yard. Okay. And there's a player down. And that's an offensive lineman. I think that's 56. Is that the same one who was injured earlier?
Yeah. It looks like there was a player.
Oh, no, he's actually right there. The one who was injured, still on the sideline. So it's 56 now.
Yeah.
Which is a big loss on their offensive line. We'll get that number for you.
So 56 is Sione Moyaki, the sophomore guard and center. And Sione, he's been playing really well, but that's just a tough loss to lose 2 interior linemen at the night. He looks like he got rolled upon, and that's the hardest thing for an offensive lineman. You're blocking, everything's going good, and then all of a sudden your legs get taken out from the back, and you're just like, oh, not a good day.
I gotta say, playing on the offensive line is not good for the knees, that's for sure.
Not good for the whole body, it feels like.
Yeah, definitely. This portion of the game is brought to you by Taco Bell, where fans and flavor come together, live Moss, and enjoy the game. We'll go ahead and step aside as the trainers attend to the injured player.
48-yard line.
Back here at Lone Peak High School, Sione Moyaki, he walked off on his own power. But again, Moose, that's 2 offensive linemen down, and we're only 22 seconds into the second or third quarter.
Yeah, Region 3, making it through the region is one thing. Making it unscathed almost never happens.
2nd and 9 here for Keppa. Play action, drops back, he's got a man, and it's caught by number 11. Ty Cogswell.
Fantastic job by Ty. He seemed to be out for the season with a broken collarbone, but there's an ineligible man downfield. You hate to see it.
And an ineligible player downfield. Offensive linemen trying to be wide receivers.
Hate to see it. But Ty Cogswell, the last game I was calling here, it was Lone Peak, Corner Canyon. And what's crazy about that, Ty broke his collarbone, I thought. The 6'8" wide receiver, 215 pounds, coming in from Copper Hills. And you're just like, wow. He initially wasn't going to play this season, and the football coaches saw him walking around the halls, and they're like, what do you mean you're not going to play? You're going to play. And he's like, all right, I'll play.
And that was a big play, obviously called back now, as Wright will go up. And he probably gets about, spot him 2 yards for Sam Wright.
Looks like big old
2nd and 14.
53's coming back in, Toby Naylor. So be aware of that. We've got another lineman coming in. He's like, I think I can go. But there's some tough nights on the field today.
Moyaki's over here on the sideline trying to as the trainer's trying to put pressure on his body as he's in his stance. We'll keep an eye on him and give you an update throughout. Here's Kepa in the gun. Cogswell was set in motion and overthrown. Probably going for either Cogswell or he underthrew Mayberry, Jay-Sean Mayberry.
I think he was going for Cogswell, trying to give him a ball that only he could grab. And just there was a little miscommunication right there. But we get to see some more punting. Let's grade him out.
And we'll also get a letter grade from Moose Bingham after the punt.
So hopefully he extends his arm this time. Landon Goff, the team captain, and gets a hold of it. Nope.
And it's deflected, and it's dropped at the 50 and rolls back into Lone Peak territory. And that is very favorable position for Lehi.
Yeah, when you start to have linemen go down, the defensive line, it's like blood in the water for a shark. They're like, all right, fresh meat, let's get after it. And you can see that. The other thing is Goff on that punt, he shorts arms it, he brings it down low, and he hits it low. If he can hit it high, he may not have gotten that blocked. The other thing is he's a 3-step punter instead of a 2. I'm going to be harsh, very critical, but he's a heck of a cornerback, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, definitely. He already has an interception on the day as well. And Jet New in the offense for Lehi comes out in very favorable field position. He's in the shotgun. He'll hand off to Devon Eka. Slides into his left and then slides back out to his right, and he gets to past the 40 and down to about the 37-yard line, they'll say. And that's good enough for a first down.
Wow. Devon Eka did a great job there, but Tommy the Rock Olson over there at right tackle, you love to see it. The Utah State commit. I can't say enough good things about Tommy. He is the best follow on Twitter if you guys want to go follow him. Just razzing his dad, the great Hans Olsen.
And here's Jet New, rolls out, shovel pass to Devon Eka. Goes past one man and gets down to basically back to the line of scrimmage.
You know what, though?
That was a lot of something that created nothing.
Yeah, but that safety blanket, I have a blanket at home. I can put my feet in it. It's got a nice little pocket in for them. I love that blanket. It is not as comforting as Devon Eka in the flats. I'll tell you that right now.
A quarterback's best friend, besides a tight end, is a running back sitting there waiting for a shovel pass.
Jet's other blanket is his brother, so we'll see if he ever throws it to him.
Here's Jet New, play action, throws it, intended for his brother, but it is dropped. He threw it behind him a little bit, and it's incomplete. Third down coming up.
Brighton, actually a phenomenal tight end. No matter what is said at the dinner table, they still love each other. And Brighton, every dinner says, give me the ball. You see how I'm passing potatoes to feed you? Just feed me on Friday nights.
And Jet's saying, I threw you the ball, and you didn't catch it, but then he's going to say, you threw it behind me. Yeah, you threw it behind me. You got to go bread in the basket, bro.
Yeah.
And here's Jet again. He's got Devon to his left. He's got a single receiver to the bottom of your screen and a false start.
I love it when O-linemen, they know it's them and they point to themselves. Me? It wasn't me.
66. The 5-yard penalty.
And that's on the left tackle
Still third down.
for Lehi.
Tackle. He was at a UNLV game last week, and they're like, this is the biggest kid in this whole thing, and he's just a junior. This last week, Utah saw that, and they're like, oh yeah, we want that on our O-line, and Utah offered him almost immediately, saying, we love Ed Larson, offensive lineman.
And here's Jet New, rolls out to his right, just underthrows Legend Glasker, throws it at his knees, and it goes incomplete on third down, and it'll be 4th and 14 coming up.
So, Gavin Finn, one of the toughest kickers in the state, he actually has some torn ligaments in his knee. As you'll see him wearing that knee brace, and he's tough as can be. He needs surgery, but he's like, I can tough it through this season. He does not have the leg right now to get it into the post. But he can't punt it, live to see another day. But keep it away from Goff, whatever you do. He's got to atone for that punt that got an F. Actually, the block got an F. The punt was
Yeah, I was going to say the punt. I mean, again, we're grading the punt here. We're not grading the protection. That one's way high. A lot of hang time, but not a lot of distance, but it does get a decent roll. So as it goes down to the 15-yard line, Moose, what's your grade?
I'm going to pick that up and run with it. I don't know. I wish they would have picked it up and ran with it, but whatever. I know. So all of these kids are not as disciplined as they needed to be, but you'll see at times you can pick the ball up and go. But the punt execution, I'm giving it an F, and result, I'm giving it an A.
Okay.
Because anything under the 20 in high school, that's a win.
Yep. Especially when you're in the other team's territory.
Yeah, lucky bounce, congratulations. But he's more of a kicker at the next level anyways.
Now here comes Kepa in the offense for Lone Peak once again. He's in the gun, brings a man in motion. That is Mayberry. Throws it out to Sean Tahi. He's got two defenders and brings them down at about the 22-yard line. And that's a 7-yard gain.
Tahi did a really good job right there getting upfield, but Abe Yeager, earlier in the game, he got taken advantage of by Sean Tahi, and he's like, you know what? I've learned my lesson. That's why Bronco likes Abe. He's long, he's lean. He would be a phenomenal boundary corner at the next level.
Now in the pistol is Kepa. He'll hand it off to Sean Tahi. And he's going nowhere.
Man, that was one of the more pensive runs I've seen from Sean. Usually he's a one cut and up, just get north and south. But right there, he's like, I don't see the hole, I don't see the hole. And it was close.
This portion of our broadcast is brought to you by Roving Capital, partnering in your peace of mind through planning and investment management. So third down and 2. Ball at their own 23-yard line for Lone Peak. Here's Kepa, finds Mayberry, Jay-Sean Mayberry at about the 29-yard line, and they're going to mark him at the 30, and that'll be a first down.
This is a really tough offensive line. It's hard to find 300-pound kids walking around that want to play football because a lot of them are really into gaming now. But you got the Twin Towers at the edge. We just got to figure out the middle because Toby Beeler, once again, is not out there.
Looks like he tried to give it a go, and now he's back on the bench. And here's Tahi on the run. Past the 30, spins to his right, and gets up to about the 36-yard line. Pretty decent run right there with a lot of traffic.
Yeah, really impressive. And you got to keep feeding Tahi. He's hungry.
So that brings up 2nd and 4. So a 6-yard gain.
I was laughing. One of my good friends, he's a coach at Navy. He came to Lone Peak this week, and he's like, I really like that Tahi kid. I'm like, yeah, me too.
And now here's Tahi. And he gets... It looks like he gets to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. What was it working earlier in the game isn't quite working now. It's like we had a halftime and we can change and make adjustments. So Lone Peak has to find different holes, different things to do so that they can get through this defense. Those things that were working in the first half aren't as open now in the second.
So 3rd down and 4 for Lone Peak. For Lehi, this is a big down. And it's also one for the Knights as well. 3rd and 4, Kepa in the pistol. Play action. Rolls out to the right. And he's going to get to the 40, and he gets out of bounds, and he'll get the first down at the 44-yard line.
Kepa is very athletic. He makes you think twice as a defender. Is he going to run? Is he going to pass? But what I love is he always keeps his eyes downfield, looking for the open man. And this Lehi defense has done a great job of keeping everything covered. It's like the gravy on my mashed potatoes, just covers everything.
Oh, now I'm gonna get hungry.
Well, there's some night burgers with your name on it. You just have to run across the way.
Won't be doing that as we're 5:11 left here in the third quarter. Kepa on the quarterback draw. He gets to the 50, down to the 4. Oh, geez, that was a great run. I think he'll be marked at the 46. And they're now in Lehi territory.
Phenomenal run. He's getting those chunk plays. And you're going to see Ty get some opportunities because of his chunk plays. Oh, looks like there's an injury. Tried to just walk off. That's number 11 for Lehi. And that is Puna Mama.
Timeout for an injured player.
He's been having a really good game, too. I hope he's okay. It looks to be just a cramp, but we'll see.
Timeout on the field.
All right, we will take a timeout, but first I want to remind you that Burt Brothers, where auto care is done better. 4:47 to go. Lone Peak still ahead, 17-14 here on the Rewind Sports Network.
11, Pauna Mama.
Fuapaua Mama. Did I say that right?
Fuapauna Mama.
He did come off the field, which is good.
He seemed to be okay, but we'll keep an eye on it for sure.
So that's 3 injuries now, which is 3 too many.
Last time I was here, Jerome Miles, the top player in the state, went down. Ty Cogswell went down.
So you're the reason why.
I need to stop calling games. I am bad juju.
Down on the field from the 46-yard line.
No, it's not Moose's fault. It's just a bad accident. One where they're like, it's a happy coincidence. It's not.
Ty's back, though, just throwing that one out there.
He is.
It's because I'm here. You're welcome, everyone.
So with 4:39 to go here, and it's 1st and 10 at the Lehi 46. Here's Kepa. He'll hand it off to Sam Wright. He'll cut to the outside of the left, and then he cuts up, and he gets to about the 35-yard line. What a run as he just dices right around the corner and goes straight up the field, but there is a flag on the field.
I don't know what it is.
I'm guessing holding? Maybe?
Penalty marker is down.
Yep. Oh, personal foul.
Face mask.
Okay.
Defense.
I was way off, apparently.
Penalty. First down.
Yeah.
So it's a 15-yard penalty. That will move the sticks and move Lone Peak
almost to the red zone.
Almost to the red zone.
Maybe just in it?
Actually, right at the edge of it. That ball is at the 20. Because Wright got to about the 35-yard line, 15-yard penalty, it puts him to the 20.
And Wright has done a good job running the ball right there. That was his best run of the night.
And now it's a fresh set of downs in the red zone for Lone Peak. Here's Kepa, sends Mayberry in motion. He'll hand off to Wright once again. He'll cut up to the left side to about the 15-yard line. And they will say he's down right there. So it picks up 5 yards to the 15.
It's interesting. I'm used to a Lone Peak team that has like a Durfee dozer, like those big running backs, but they're doing a phenomenal job with these quick scat backs that are just getting nice chunk yarded plays. I mean, getting 5 yards on first down, that's what you dream of as an offensive coordinator. It opens up the whole playbook, especially in the red zone.
A lot of running here in this drive for Lone Peak, but it's been working well.
And they're bleeding the clock as well.
And Kepa's going to keep it. He gets to about the 8-yard line. They'll mark him at the 7 for a gain of 8.
And then Kepa Niumeatolu did a great job right there, taking his read. This is what I love about Kepa. He's very cerebral, and he knows when to pull, and he knows when to give it. But earlier this year, it was like he was the Grinch, and he just took the ball every single time. Now he's starting to trust his running backs and give them nice little presents like Santa.
So they bring out the fullback.
There we go.
Going into the I formation on 1st and goal. Hands off to Sam Wright. He'll get to the 5. Maybe we'll get a push ahead for maybe another yard or two after that. see where they spot him, and it looks like they'll spot him at the 4.
Sam Wright, the ball carrier. He's stopped by number 1.
Kept giving a hand clap saying, come on, just get over the line.
3-yard gain on the play.
A field goal doesn't do a ton for you right here. It really is a touchdown you have to do to make this a 2-possession game.
So 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line. Back into the I formation with a fullback. Kepa will hand off to Tahi. Doesn't look like he's getting anywhere. They're gonna spot him at the 4 once again. So no gain. As it now goes 3rd and goal with 2 minutes to go.
This Lone Peak defense, this Lehi defense is really clamping down once you get into the red zone. They're like, hey, we can take a linebacker or 2 out and put a defensive lineman or 2 in. If you're going big, we'll go big. And you're looking at old school defense, old school offense. I love to see 12, 13 personnel. 23 is the dream right here, but now we're spreading it out.
Now back in the gun is Kepa. Rolls to his right, stops, looks at his left, and he's got a man. Caught! Touchdown! That's Isaac Staley. Number 2 for Staley on the night.
Ike Staley proving that he can get this done. A lot of college coaches, I saw Weber State in the end zone earlier. They're like, we're here to see everyone. Ike is playing out of his mind. Great job by the Staley man.
So he opens the game with the first touchdown of the night, and then gets his second one right there with the 1:27 to go here in the 3rd. Kick is up, and it is good from Brecken Carr.
Brecken did a great job holding his water. You got a Lone Peak player coming off the edge, sprinting, and taking that angle, and he actually timed it really well.
This portion of Lone Peak football is brought to you by Skin Science. They are the presenting sponsor of Lone Peak football. Start your journey as an aesthetician today. Visit www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now. All right, Moose. So now for the Pioneers, obviously you got to get in the end zone because clock's ticking, especially on that drive. The Knights had it for quite a while.
The Knights had it for a while, and they can do that again. So you got to go quick strike, have your defense make a stop. But I'm willing to bet that we're going to see a lot of number 6 right now. And that is my guy and yours, Legend Glasker. Let's see if we can make him immortal and possibly a legend by the end of this game.
Has one of the touchdowns.
Not returnable.
So Jet New in the offense will come back out once again.
This is where Jet needs to prove that he is the top quarterback in the state. He's got all the tools around him. Let's just dial up plays for Jet, get the legend, get it to his brother Brighton, and trust in your running back and offensive line, and things are going to be good for you.
A lot of weapons on this Lehi team, just like the Knights do as well. There's also a lot of depth because we've also seen injuries for both teams, mainly for the Knights, but they've been able to respond. Now Jet looks over at the sideline, sends Devon Eka to his right side. 2 wide on both sides. Here's Devon Eka up the middle. He'll go to his right, get to the 25, and he's down about the 26-yard line. Had to be gang tackled, which it seems like one of the only ways you can bring down Devon Eka.
Yeah, you need a plethora of players to bring him down. And he doesn't look like the biggest, but he is stout, he is fast, and he is strong. I just love watching Devon play this game.
So it brings up 2nd and 4 with 1 minute to go here in the 3rd. 10-point lead for Lone Peak. Jet New in the gun. It's got deuces on both sides. He'll throw it out to Eka, and he'll get out of bounds. Short of the first down marker. Probably get about 1 yard, which will bring up 3rd down. And 2. So he got 2 yards. So he's at the 28-yard line, 44 seconds to go here in the 3rd.
Always fun to have Gandalf yelling in your ear.
also a golden Gandalf somewhere down south as well.
Yeah, when I checked at halftime, 27-10.
Yeah, I was texting Vince Francis, who's on the camera for that game, and he said Springville's throwing it all over the place right now.
Yeah, their quarterback had 5 touchdowns.
Their first charge timeout of the second half.
So they will take a timeout. We will take one with them. Back after this. 4 seconds to go here in the third quarter. It's 3rd down and 2 for Lehi. Big 3rd down here. Trying to get some momentum going into the 4th quarter. Devon Ecka will take the run. He'll go up the middle and he'll get the 1st down.
It's just like football's so fun because it's a giant chess match. You're doing this, I'll do this. I'll do this, you'll do this. And then at the end of the day, you just give it to Devon Ecka and it doesn't even matter all the different things you've set up. And that's what's fun about football. At the end of the day, it comes down to blocking, tackling, and running.
So a fresh set of downs for the Pioneers with the clock ticking under 15 seconds to go here in the 3rd. And it's 1st and 10 at the 31. Jet New drops back. He looks deep for Glasker. He's got it. What a catch! Oh my goodness!
Oh, wow. That was mano-a-mano. You had Goff on Glasker, your number 1 receiver, your number 1 corner. And at times, the corner wins, and at times the receiver wins. That time the receiver won. Phenomenal catch by Glasker.
Glasker has been great in his only his second game with Lehi. Now goes out for a screen play to number 17.
Oh my goodness, Goff was not happy about the play before. He just bullied the wide receiver. He's like, I don't care if you caught it.
That was Gavin Daly, by the way, who caught that, and that will end the 3rd quarter. We'll come back with what should be a very exciting 4th quarter after this here on the Rewind Sports Network.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
Welcome back to Lone Peak Football, which is brought to you by Popular Commercial Lending Group for 2 to 100 million commercial loans. Call Popular Commercial Lending Group at 801-694-6281. Trevor Allen, Moose Bingham here with you, and Moose, start of the 4th quarter at 2nd and 7 for Lehi as they're trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, this is what you expect of Jet View, finding the weaknesses in the defense, slicing it up like a surgeon, and he's just been phenomenal. But we've got to get some more points on the board if you want to make this a game. If you give the ball back to Lone Peak, they've proven that they can just bleed the clock out, and we can see that again.
As we wait for TV to come back, I'll also remind you that Roofer Supply, your trusted partner with 8 locations throughout Utah, take it to the top. So Moose, I would say, if you're Lehi, you're looking at either Mays Madsen, Brighton New, or Legend Glasker.
Well, it's only 2nd down, but yeah, you look at it, and what's great is they have all these options. You can look at even Jet just tucking and running.
As he takes the snap and drops back, throws a deep ball, looking for Glasker, and it's incomplete. I thought there was a little hand fight there. Maybe a little tug on the jersey. What do you think?
No, I'm not. Let them hand fight. Let them do what they need to do. But Wes Valgartson right there, I've never seen the double somersault. I've seen one where it's like, all right. The second, he's just a show off. We get it. You've played gymnastics earlier in your life. But Wes, another 6'2" corner that is a ball.
Hearing Gandalf in the background means that it's 3rd down for this Lone Peak defense and Lehi's offense. 3rd and 7 at the Lone Peak 40. Jet New, empty backfield. Trips to the left, drops back. Pump fakes, goes to his right, thinking about keeping it, and he's going to go out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. I don't think that won't be enough for a first down.
No, really nice play there by Lone Peak, just escorting him out of bounds, saying, hey, we're not letting you get the first down. And I love that you have a quarterback spy making sure that Jet does not get the first down. But bringing up the fourth down, you're in no man's land. Punting it doesn't do anything for you, really. And this is a little far for a field goal with an injured kicker.
So it's 4th and 4. They're going to go for it at the 43-yard line. Chet New with a single back to his right. Drops back. Looking, he's going to find Devon Eka. It was caught, but then it was incomplete. Great break up there by number 26. That is Anton Grimmer.
Oh my goodness. That should have been a completion. But the ball, it was a 50-50 ball. And who won? The ground, the other 50. So the 150 that you give every play, the ground is always there to say no, no, no.
So turnover on downs. It'll go to Lone Peak, who has a chance to put this game away.
Honestly, Lone Peak, they just need to hold on to the ball. If they can get a 5-6 minute drive, that might be it for tonight.
Also getting into the end zone can make it a 17-point game. Kepa, hands off to Shantai. He's got some room. He gets to the midfield. Taken down at the 49, just short of midfield, but what a run. He gets a gain of 12.
That's not what you want if you're a Lehi fan right there. Shantai did a great job finding the lane, and this Lone Peak offensive line, led by Austin Pay and Gary Pay, the offensive line coach, the fact they're still opening holes with multitudes of injuries is amazing.
So a fresh set of downs as we approach the 11-minute mark of the ball game. Here's Kepa, hands off again to Tahi. And this time he will cross midfield, and that's about it. Oh, looks like some pushing going on there, getting a little chippy.
A little extracurricular, but they put their hands up, they're like, hey, it wasn't me.
Hey,
like, we just saw you.
It's also Region 3 football.
Yeah.
This is of what many call the SEC of Utah high school football.
The SEC wishes they had this talented of players and teams.
I don't know how to respond to that. I'm just going to flat out say it. Here's Kepa in the gun. 2nd and 9. Really low snap. Hands it off once again to Tahi, and he's pulled this time by Mama.
Mama, that's all you gotta say.
There not goes that man.
Just like my mother when I tried to sneak out late at night.
No.
Bono said, there we go. Get back in, son.
So a loss of 2. Actually, I would say 3 because they gained a yard before that.
Yeah.
So it's 3rd and 12 at their own 47-yard line. Kepa in the gun once again. He's got right to his left.
They weren't planning on going to the air, but you may see an air attack.
And play action. And he's looking at right, and he's got him, but it's caught and then dropped. But there wasn't a flag.
That seemed very flaggable from here.
That was number 1.
Our cameraman threw the flag up in honor of the refs, but
Carson Wren hit him after,
So that was egregious, but whatever. Apparently, we're not calling that.
Play on.
Man.
It brings up 4th down, which had they thrown a flag on that would have given them a first down.
I feel like I'm in the street on Wayne's World. Just play on. All right.
And here's a punt. Landon Goff to Legend Glasker. He gets it at the 15, goes to his left, cuts back to the 25, and down at the 27.
Honestly, Goff, I'll give you a B+ on that.
All right.
Why not?
Hey, we're still passing classes, right?
Yeah.
It's still a passing grade.
I mean, overall, I think he's got a 2.5. He's got an F, a B, and a C.
Hey, he's still eligible. Still eligible to play.
That's always a scary thing.
You're only allowed to have 1 F.
when I was coaching in snow. That's the one thing that always drove me nuts. I'm like, if you guys don't have 4 O's, I'm kicking you off the team. I had one kicker that was ineligible. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
I've had that as a basketball coach too. Had a kid who failed freshman success. You tell me that.
I don't even know what to say to that.
All you have to do is show up. But anyway, Tech happily with Tech 9, where Utah goes for custom software development. And it looks like coaches are getting involved now. Oh, we might have a coaches conference here, Moose.
They're saying, hey, this isn't sponsored by Tostitos. We don't need it to get chippy.
Oh man, a coaches conference did not have this on the bingo card.
Oh,
Can you at least guess of what's being talked about right there?
That actually gave me 5 in a row. They were probably just saying, hey, coach.
It's 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. We don't know what the coaches conference was about, but we play on anyway.
Something good, I bet.
Maybe it's finding out maybe dinner plans after. I don't know. And Jet New's going to keep the ball, and he'll get about 4 yards.
I was exclamatory because there was almost a great block that sprung him that would have been probably 40, 50 yards. But then it was not a great block. Phenomenal job by Tahi on defense, number 9, getting around the block, forcing Jet back in, and making it a minimal gain instead of a 40, 50 yard gain.
I also want to remind you that doTERRA is a proud sponsor of Lone Peak Football. doTERRA's products help athletes around the world maintain the highest level of health and wellness. Learn more about how you can up your health and wellness at doTERRA.com. Here's Jet New. Pitch and catch, tries to go to his brother.
Oh, he caught that.
He caught it?
Yep.
Okay. I didn't think he caught that. From my view, at least. But you're standing right next to me, too.
Yeah.
And I'm the one wearing glasses.
I don't know if you've ever seen Lord of the Rings, but I have been compared to Orlando Bloom a time or two. And it's mainly through my eyes. They're beautiful. But my elvish eyes saw that was a catch. Great job, Brighton.
So that gives them a first down. Big play.
1st and 10, Pioneers.
They got to get going. There's only 8 minutes left.
8:11 to go. Here's Jet New. Fires to Glasker. And he gets hit.
Did he stay in?
He did. Actually, he might have stepped out. I don't know. The players were in the way on that one. But he got to the 47-yard line, a gain of 9.
Looks like the clock master says he stayed in.
Hey, yep, they're still going to move the clock.
Brings the 2nd down and 1 for the Pioneers.
Good job from our guy, Goff.
The do-it-all Lone Peak athlete.
Maybe he could be the thrilling Brazilian.
Okay, that's a good one. Here's Mace Madsen on the bubble and brought down immediately for a loss.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Tony Grimmer.
That was just a great job by
Grimmer.
Tony.
After a 3-yard loss on the play, brings up 3rd down and 4.
So a loss of 3, but it brings up 3rd down.
From the 44-yard line, 3rd and 4, Pioneers.
So another big play here. If you're Lehi, though, you're trying to get down the field a little bit more than having to grind out a drive like this. Here's Jet New. Breaks a tackle. He's going to run, then throws it. Finds Glasker, has reach up and catch it, and he gets down to about the 41-yard line. They're going to mark him down right there, which will be a first down.
That was a great job by Jet. He got out of a tackle, kept his eyes downfield, peeked and saw that he probably may or may not have been in front of the line of scrimmage, thought he wasn't, and threw it. But now we're getting a flag on probably Bart Brockbank is what it looks like.
He was pretty upset.
I would be too. It looks like Jet was a little in front of the line of scrimmage.
He was pretty close.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Lone Peak bench. It's a 15-yard penalty.
That's a big call.
That's a massive
That's a
call.
big call.
The rugby coaching staff.
The whole coaching staff.
And Bart Brockbank is yelling at his staff too.
That's a sign of a great coach, just yelling at everyone.
Yelling at the refs, yelling at his staff.
Penalty assessment.
You know what? You got to make your presence known, and Bart can do that.
First and 10.
Fantastic dude on and off the field, but he's going to let his opinion known.
But that puts Lehigh just outside of the red zone. First and 10 at the 26. Jet New empty backfield. He takes the snap and he throws a deep ball to Glasgow. One-handed catch! What a grab and a touchdown! Number 2 on the night for Glasgow.
Legend Glasgow. He was totally covered. Goff was in perfect position, but that ball, sometimes it gets put in the perfect spot, even in between the defense. That was just an elite play from a Division I quarterback right there and a Division I receiver. Even the best defense can get beat by the best ball, and we saw that happen on that play. There's nothing else Goff could have done.
That you probably couldn't have timed that throw and that catch any more perfect, right, Moose?
Absolutely not. Incredible.
And the kick is up, and it looks like the left tackle again almost let Goff go get a block. But the PAT is good either way, which now brings it to a 3-point game.
One sad thing is I don't know if my car is good. Checking it out from here.
No one's hit it yet, right? Or are you worried about it getting towed?
No, I'm worried about it getting hit. It better not get towed. I've got a whole new
Do you not know who this man is and what his car is?
What's worse is I can't see my car right now. Now I'm freaking out. Yikes.
Portion of this game is brought to you by G2G Bar. Fresh, healthy, and delicious. When you eat one, you'll know. Also by Black Desert, remarkable within reach. So with 6:03 to go here, Moose, this is shaped up to be a pretty good ball game. It was going to be like the Knights had a chance to put this away.
Yep.
And then the Pioneers get it, and then they were on third down, and then Bart Brockbank and the coaching staff gets a 15-yard penalty, goes into the red zone, and then a beautiful dime from Jet New to Legend Glasgow, his second touchdown of the night.
I don't think I've seen a better thrown ball all year than that.
That was incredible.
I mean, some people enjoy going to the symphony. I enjoy seeing beautiful passes
You'll find them on
from
the
day
sideline
one
of every
players.
game. Keeping the Knights football players healthy is their claim to fame.
And luckily, I just spotted my car. You got me freaked out with the towing comment. Thank you.
I wasn't trying to. I was just asking because you said you were worried about it. I haven't seen any kickers kick it that far into the parking lot.
Gavin, when healthy, does have the ability to do so.
But it sounds like you're okay. Is your car okay?
It is. I saw it.
Okay. I'm parked way far away. Like they would have to shank it clear to the east side for them to hit my car.
Sounds like my golf game.
Well, I'm glad we're not playing golf. I'm glad we're playing football right now.
Yep. Look for this to be a returnable ball.
As we now get the go-ahead from some other people. And the kick is off.
Wow.
And it goes into the back of the end zone, past the end zone for a touchback.
So
Did not hit Moose's car, though.
No, not yet. Gavin Fenn did a great job right there. He only took about a 3-step kickoff, which is crazy. Usually you have walk, jog, sprint, kick, and you have all your momentum taking the ball through. He's like, I've got a leg blessed from above. Watch this.
What is your farthest field goal you've ever hit?
72.
Is that in practice or in a game?
In practice, in a game, 51.
Dang, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Still 70, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Here comes Keppa with 6:03 to go here in the ball game. Brings Mayberry in motion. Play action. Looking. He has a man, but underthrows him. And Pojo Latu nearly picked it off and now looks like he's down and hurt.
Oh, no.
That could potentially be a big loss for Lehi depending on what's going on, but the trainers are coming out and he's punching the turf.
He's trying to get up.
Paul Latu, one of the leading tacklers in the entire state of Utah, is down on the field.
Heart and soul of the defense. You don't want to see that happen. I've seen him and Mama go down this half.
But Mama's also come back in. We'll take a step aside and give you an update when we come back.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence, thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
Welcome back. It's 2nd and 10. Paul Latu did limp off the field, but it was under his own power as the handoff to Tahi, and he gets a big chunk of yardage right there. Gets about 8.
Wow. For 2nd down, you can't ask for much better than that. And now the Lone Peak Knights have a friend. It's called the clock. They got to just milk it like I milk my farm cows.
Man, you just do everything, don't you, Moose?
I do everything, but I don't do anything well.
There's Tahi. I wouldn't say that. It sounds like, special teams is your thing. And everyone has a thing, Moose. Don't sell yourself short.
My thing is actually offensive center.
That works.
Played it all growing up, all Little League, got to high school. Genetics came into play, unfortunately, and then I found a new thing.
And there's nothing wrong with having a new thing.
Yep. But this clock, getting that first
under 5 minutes.
Was massive.
So it's a first down, under 5 minutes to go here in the game. Lone Peak not in any hurry. Here's Kepa. He'll hand off to Tahi again. And he rolls his way to about a 2-yard gain on first down.
He picks up 2 yards on the play, and he's stopped by Panisi, Money, Taki.
If they can get a first down, they can bleed off another chunk of plays, but they've got to get a first down. If they can't, they'll give the ball back with about 3 minutes left.
So 2nd and 8 now. Clock's moving. And Lehi has 2 timeouts. In the pistol is Kepa. Niame Tolu. Hands off. He keeps it. And he's going to get the first down.
No, he's not. He's short.
Nope, he's short. They actually spotted him short. That was a good call right there. They spotted him just short.
Tahi got tackled in the backfield, which maybe what you saw. But
Yeah.
Kepa did a great job taking the ball. The sneaky one gets us again.
So it's 3rd and 3, a big down right here in this ball game. 3:27 to go. Kepa, low snap, goes to Tahi, cuts back out to the outside. He'll get the first down and more. And he breaks about 2 tackles along the way to the 46-yard line.
Tahi should have been stopped not once, not twice, but thrice. He says, gosh darn your statistics, Moose. I'm going to get the first. And that maybe starting the timeout tirade coming at you from Coach Larson.
National Auto Plaza, where you can find the best deals on cars, trucks, and SUVs with our legendary $3,500 rebate. First down with the clock moving. Ed Larson's not using his timeouts yet. Probably start using them on this set of downs, though.
Probably.
Kepa hands off to Sam Wright, and he's upended at about the 48-yard line in Lehigh territory.
Man, Lehigh's defensive back right there did a phenomenal job. Number 20.
He's stopped by Murphy Madsen.
And
Murphy Madsen.
Sorry, you guys. My fingers are not as quick. I'm trying to pull it up on my phone, but my internet is not doing great.
Second down.
Maybe I can get someone from Tech 9 to come help me out.
Well, they can help you. 2:04 to go. There's no 2-minute warning in high school football.
There should be.
Or 2-minute timeout, as they call it in college. Here's Sam Wright. He's just pulled away from the pile
Number 6, Sam.
by a defensive tackle. That's a big boy.
My goodness. That was
Paul Latu's back in the game, by the way, Moose.
Oh,
Pojo Latu. He's limping, though.
wow. That was a heck of
What a tough kid. What a tough kid.
Second charge timeout of the second half.
So with 1:55 to go, Moose, I also want to remind you, for post-game, Taco Bell scored big with Taco Bell and Liv Moss. Delicious flavors to keep your spirits high.
You know what? I may go to Taco Bell.
Here's a nice
That sounds
football.
good.
Nothing wrong with a little post-game Taco Bell.
G2G protein bars with no preservatives or artificial ingredients and 100%
I can't believe Latu's back in the game.
He was limping, though, but he doesn't seem to care. That just goes to show the kind of player he is.
Yeah. I thought it was more Jeremiah Onwell.
Well, he was in there too, but
he celebrated a lot better than Paul Latu. I'll tell you that.
Paul
right
Latu didn't really want to celebrate because I think he doesn't want to hurt his lower extremities even more.
No, but this can put the nail in the coffin for Lone Peak if you get a first down right here. They've got a lot of options. You can still pass it here, but you almost want to
chain game. They are on the west side of the field running the first down markers. It's an all-female crew, and it has been a female crew for over 18 years. Let's give a big round of applause to
That's cool.
If
you didn't hear the PA announcer in the background, it's an all-female chain gang, and it's been like that for 18 years here at Lone Peak.
Didn't know that.
Didn't you go here?
What?
Didn't you go here?
No.
No?
Never.
Oh, never. Whoa, excuse me.
All the blasphemous words come out of your mouth tonight. That might be number one.
Hey, you don't want to know where I went to school.
Where'd you go?
Cyprus.
Oh, you know what?
I'm a Cyprus pirate.
Magna's a beautiful place. My dad's dental office is there.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. I went to Alta, though.
Oh, yeah,
We
that's
beat Lone
right.
Peak handedly.
Okay, well, then it shouldn't be blasphemous. But apologies anyway. Kepa drops back. Had Mayberry, but he drops as it was a low throw, and it'll bring up fourth down, so there's still a chance.
Paul came in hot. My goodness.
And
Paul
Kepa
Latu.
got hit too, yeah.
Yeah, Paul Latu took Kepa's head off, it seemed. My goodness gracious. He's lucky that wasn't a flag for pretty aggressive tackling. I don't know.
That's not a penalty, but was it roughing the passer?
Yeah, it probably should have been, but all right. Hey, you're missing someone on the line. Come on, Ty.
And the punt might roll. Let's see if it's favorable. It is not, and it goes into the back of the end, or not back of the end zone, the front of the end zone. So the letter grade for Moose Bingham is
A B.
a what?
A B.
Okay.
We didn't get blocks. We got a lot of yards, 30 yards. It's fine.
It would have been an A++ if it would have landed at the 1, though.
If it would have landed at the 1, you would have heard me screeching like a late show. I would have pulled out a chew or two.
All right.
Yeah, they've got a minute 43. They were in this situation earlier and weren't able to convert due to a bad snap. Let's see what they can do now.
Here's Chetnu with 80 yards to go for a touchdown. He'll carry it up to the 20, now down to the 25, and down at the 26, and the clock will run. Not quite get the first down.
Chetnu keeps the ball.
Chet knows he's got to hurry.
And the scoreboard goes out once again with the yards and ball on and down. So we'll just have to rely on the chain gang.
The all-female chain gang.
Yep, here's Chetnu. Intended. That looks like that was intended for Mace Madsen.
Yeah,
and he underthrew
him. Pressure right there. And we just got an update, 38-37 Orem, because of course.
They would come back, yes. I called their game against Farmington earlier this year when they were down at the half and scored 21 unanswered to win the game.
They're just a little dramatic. They like to bring a lot of character to a game.
3rd down and 4 for the Pioneers.
Now here's Chetnu, empty backfield, 1:11 to go. He throws it deep, but underthrows Mace Madsen once again. He just doesn't seem to be putting a zip on the ball.
No, Mace Madsen right there, he caught it on the one hop, and he's like, I think we should count that. It counts in baseball.
It does. I mean, to be able to pick up a football on a one hop is, I mean, it's not as hard as, you know, a baseball because it's smaller.
4th down, this is the game right here.
4th and 4. Chetnu, empty backfield. Drops back. Fires. He's got Madsen for the first down and more. And he's down at the 35.
Do we get a timeout?
And Madsen's down. Another guy you cannot afford to lose if you're Lehigh.
I don't know if Lehigh's going to have any players left by the end of this game.
And you've only got the playoffs in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Just the playoffs. Don't worry about that.
Your road to Rice Eccles starts in 2 weeks.
Goodness.
Well, while the trainers attend to him, we will go ahead and step aside and take a break. All right, back here at Lone Peak High School, Mace Madsen is back up on his feet.
Utah's original personal injury.
I also want to remind you that Roman Capital partnering in your peace of mind through planning and investment management. And also that Skin Science is the presenting sponsor of Lone Peak football. I'll tell you more about that after this play.
Timeout?
Nope. I'll go ahead and tell you then. Skin Science is the presenting sponsor of Lone Peak football. Start your journey as an aesthetician today. Visit www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now. As the officials gather in between the trenches.
It's crazy how much talent has come from these schools. Nate Ritchie, Kean Norman. I mean,
The McChesneys.
Let's go Lehigh. Jay Hill, NFL player for the Bills, current defensive coordinator for BYU. There's just been so much talent from both
Jackson
of these schools.
Brousseau. Who's at Colorado State right now.
And his younger brother as well at Utah State.
Here's Chetnu, drops back on first down, throws it deep, and it's deflected, but almost picked off by Jaden Mayberry.
That is the first Mayberry non-interception that I've seen my whole life, it feels like.
I don't think he's going to sleep well tonight knowing that he missed that interception.
Knowing that he's had 20 before that, I think he'll be okay, but...
But then what is better than 20 interceptions? 21.
Yep.
2nd down 10, Pioneers.
Here's Chetnu again, 2nd down. Drops back, rolls out, and he's being chased to the sideline. Throws it deep, and it's caught! Intercepted! Do they call it an interception?
Oh, this ref is saying out!
Saying he was out, but oh my goodness, that could have been another one by Goff.
I think we need to replay that. I'm giving Goff that interception in my heart.
captured.
It just depends on if he had a foot down as he was going out of bounds.
This isn't the NFL. They don't need to get 2 feet down. Come
I know,
on,
just
ref.
one. No, just one.
Oh, come on.
It's hard to tell because the players on the sideline, block our view of the sideline.
I think I saw some grass. But
Hey,
I don't know.
I'll believe you. I trust you.
I don't know if that ref saw it.
And it looks like some of the coaches are getting really upset on the Lone Peak sideline.
Timeout?
Is that a delay of game or a timeout? Because Lehi does have one more timeout with 38.7 seconds left.
Timeout Lehi, their third charge timeout of the second half.
Oh, that's not where you want to use that timeout.
No, that's not. Especially when you have 38.7 seconds left and you're at the 35-yard line. You've got a long ways to go just to get into field goal range.
It's almost better to take the delay at that point, honestly.
So knowing the kicking situation for Lehi, what would you say is a comfortable range?
I'd say if you can get to the 30, you'd be okay. We've got a nice little win, so maybe 35.
Operator, please reset the game clock to 40 seconds. 40.
So now the clock will, as the official announces, to 40 seconds. So adding on 1.3 seconds to the clock. And to avoid the delay of game penalty, Ed Larson had to use his final timeout.
It's 3rd and 10.
So it's 3rd down and 10. With a long way to go to get into field goal range. Jet New drops back. He's looking downfield, fires. He's got Glasker open. Caught down at the 15, and he's down. Now they're running to the line of scrimmage. What a catch by Glasker!
Oh my
Once again.
goodness.
And now New's gonna go stop. He's gonna spike the ball, but you gotta wait for the chain gang. My goodness, Moose!
Wow.
And he clocks it with 29.7 left.
Throws up a prayer and it's answered. We must be in Utah.
He got past the secondary, and it was just a perfect throw. It seemed like at times Jet New was having a hard time just even getting it to guys 10 yards out. Now he's throwing a deep ball. That was a 60-yarder.
Yeah, and that's why Oklahoma State is like, yeah, we got to take this kid no matter what.
29.7 seconds left. It's 2nd down. Now you're thinking game-winning touchdown if you're Lehi. Jet New overthrows. It looks like he was looking for his brother and Mays Madsen.
So I think Mays, it got tipped off his hands. And so that was a tip drill right there.
Yeah. Brings up 3rd down, but at least now you're in field goal range if you want to go into overtime. But if you're any coach on the road, you don't want any chance of going to overtime on the road.
No, absolutely not. Very important 3rd down here. They can still get the first too.
1st down is at the 3-yard line. Jet New throws to Eka, but he catches it with the clock running. But that is 4th down.
Don't spike it.
Devon Eka shouldn't have caught the ball. You can't spike it. You got 9 seconds left. It's 4th down. Clock is running. It's down to 5. Jet New drops back. This is for the game. Flushes out. Looks into the end zone. It's incomplete. It's incomplete. Lone Peak wins. Lone Peak wins.
Oh my goodness. Lone Peak at home has been phenomenal this year. Beating Porter Canyon. And now a great game against Lehi. Jet New put them in position. And they could have taken the field goal. But there was mass chaos. Great job by everyone on this field. What an instant classic. We must be in Region 3.
Moose, just break that down for a second because it happened all so quickly. Devon Eka caught that screen pass when he should have just let it go down because then the clock would have stopped.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to teach someone not to catch a ball.
Yeah.
It's just muscle memory at that point. But you should have had your field goal team ready if that's what you were going for, to go and get in. But I think they thought they were going to get in. Jetney, who got in this situation, got a lot of pressure, called the play he wanted, but it just didn't quite work out against a phenomenal Lone Peak defense. This game has been great. I want to give my game ball.
Yeah. Give us your player of the game ball. Who would you give it to?
Honestly, I really would love to give it to the receiver for Lehi. He did such a phenomenal job doing everything. And I'm talking about Legend Glasker. But I have to give it to someone on offense. I was leaning towards Keppa, but I'm going to give it to Landon Goff, the man who did it all.
Okay.
Great job by Landon Goff tonight.
That's a good one right there. Wow, Moose. Did not think that it was going to come down to that. That was wild.
Crazy. My heart is still racing.
So we'll go ahead and sign off for now. The game ball goes to Landon Goff, wide receiver, cornerback, punter, returner. Does it all for Lone Peak. And the Knights get the win in thrilling fashion, 24-21 for our cameraman Doug, for Moose being along Trevor Allen, saying thank you for watching KSL Sports Rewind coverage of high school football and Lone Peak football. We'll see you next week.
That was fun.
Nice job, gentlemen.